All right, so this is the demo for my jig I just created after I got into a accident for my finger using a small piece with a miter lock bit. Um, this is the small piece, let's say, that I want to route. And one of the best solutions that you can find in the market today is a Rockler scoping sled that can help route small parts. The problem is that this part is really, really small. And if I, let's say, I want to put it on this scoping sled, I am not able to hold it properly. So if you look at this, I am not able to hold it properly since the length of the part is too small. And that's because this toggle clamp would not fit on top easily. There is not enough space for the toggle clamp to grab hold of the piece. So what do we do in such situations? One of the solutions I found was on Stumpy Nub's website, where he created a small sled for routing small parts. And when I tried, I built that, and when I tried to grab hold the piece, it would not come together nicely, and it would not grab hold the piece very tightly. So I thought that a better idea would be to hold this in a wooden clamp that I bought from Harbor Freight for $10, and I can use a toggle clamp to hold the part down. Now there are some people who are saying that the sled needs to have a base so that the toggle clamp can work. My point is that if we just let the toggle clamp sit flush on top of the small part, we really don't need to put any force on it. And as soon as you add a base to your sled, uh, the problem is it raises the height of the jig by, let's say, a quarter of an inch at least. You'll make something with at least a quarter of an inch thick plywood or MDF. So in those cases, if your router bit is small that you want to use, you have already lost 1/4 of the height. So it's best that we use something that sits on the router table itself to give us the whole flexibility of using the complete router bit and not lose 1/4 of the height. Now, having said that, the main part is that I added these two side wings first to this, and I added these two blocks so that the wings that are attached on the side, and I'll come to the reason why I created these wings, attached to the sides, these wings stay perpendicular to the um, parallel to the clamp itself and perpendicular to the fence. And so and also to for a better grip, I used a used tire cut small cutoff piece and pasted it here with some adhesive cement. And then, so yeah, let's go and take a look at how this thing works. So my small part, this is what I'm calling part B. I will put this in the clamp and let it protrude only the amount that I want to route. One of the things that you have to always be careful with this thing is these wooden clamps, they don't uh, really go parallel all the time to each other, and perpendicular to the fence. So you have to be very careful when you are setting this jig up. Try to make sure that it is uh, parallel to each other. The sides of the clamp are parallel to each other and perpendicular to the fence, these two. And then once you have this, open the wings, set the piece against the fence, push the wings while it is parallel, push the wings on the fence and tighten them up. And then I can make this toggle clamp, which basically is not pushing down but sitting flush on top of it. But any upward movement of the piece while routing will not make any difference, because it will still hold it down. The small workpiece will still be held down. All right, so our jig is set. I added these two handles and got the idea from Rockler's coping jig. They are at a slight offset so that I have a better control, and they are slanted 75 degrees away from the router bit and towards me, so that angle of my hand is always coming at me, not towards the bit at all. So if there is any slippage of hand or anything, it does not go and touch the bit. So these two handles were added just recently this morning after some people pointed out that there is a problem with the jig stability. The jig is totally stable. It is not going anywhere. It rides very well on the table saw, the router table, and we can start routing now. So let's take a look. Alexa, default router on. And there you have it. It works well. I'm very happy about it. This is my first time I had tried something myself. I don't know if I want to call it an invention or not, but something that worked pretty well for me. Thank you guys.